Hey guys, in this video I want to cover 5 common mistakes beginners make in React.js and how they can avoid it. Let's go! Hey developers, how are you doing guys? Welcome back to Devenless. In this video, as I said, I want to talk about 5 common mistakes in React.js application and how you can avoid them. But before starting our work, please subscribe my channel and support me to put more videos for you guys. Let's navigate to our VS Code. As you can see, this is our React.js application. You can install it and know how to install React.js from my channel videos. And of course we have this app.js and we have this mistake.js. We should import mistakes in app.js like this component. We don't need this app.js, so close it and close this sidebar here. I should talk about 5 common mistakes in React.js, and the first one is using a state management incorrectly in our application. For example, we have this counter and set counter, it's equal to useState with default value of 0, and we have this arrow function handle increment to increase value of this counter by this way, set counter, and we have this prev value and it's equal to prev plus 1. And of course in our HTML we have button with this onClick handle increment to increase the value of this counter. As you can see, we can click on this button and this value will be increased. This is the correct way to use a state management in React.js, but what is the wrong way, the mistake, is using setState correctly without mutating a state. For example, using variable to fill this counter without using this set counter. As you know, this set counter is a function to change the value of this counter. This is the mistake and you should write like this to have true way. The second mistake, the second common mistake in React.js applications is using useEffect dependency in wrong way. The correct way and the proper way is like this. For example, we have this useEffect here and we have write down console log component mounted or counter chain. I use this counter as a dependency in our user. And for example, as you can see, when I click on this button, we have this console log here. It means whenever we have this dependency, for example, in this application is counter, whenever we have this dependency, it will run after this counter changed in my component, in mistake.js component. And when I remove this dependency, this counter from our dependency array, it will be run after rendering this component in our application. The third common mistake in React.js application is using unsafe async handling in your useEffect. For example, we have this data, this useState for getting data, and we have this useEffect here, and as you know, we have this fetching data from this URL, and we should call fetch data in our useEffect. The safe way using async handling in useEffect is using something like this. Let is mounted is true at first, and after we call this fetch data, we should return is mounted is false to clean up async operations. And this is mounted prevents memory leaks in async code. So remember to use something like this when you are fetching data in useEffect. The next mistake in React.js application that beginners maybe makes in their work is using map method to iterate on their arrays without any unique keys. The right way is using unique keys in their list. For example, our list is something like this, and we have this component render list and this return list.map as an item here, and we should write down key equal to this unique key in our map method. The correct way to using ID as a key. Okay, if we don't use, for example, unique key in our map method, our application maybe have potentially performance issue. And now the last common mistake that I want to talk about is using hooks conditionally in your application, in your React.js application. The right way is using your hooks outside of conditionals. For example, if you have useEffect, you shouldn't use inside this if statement in your application. And the right way is, for example, your condition as an useState here, and your useEffect is like this, and using condition inside your useEffect with everything you want to write down inside your condition, because hooks are at the top level in your application. And as you can see in our browser, when I click on this toggle condition, we can see this console log on our console. So now you know 5 common mistakes that maybe you will have in your application, and this is the ways you can avoid them to have complete React.js application. It was all about common mistakes that I covered in this video for you guys. I hope this video was useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. And what other common React mistakes do you think should be on this list? Let me know in the comments, guys. Be nice, guys, and farewell, developers.